Hello everyone, Catweazle here, and welcome to the channel. And welcome to Runebound 3rd edition, the Ascendance of Margath, episode 9. Okay, where's everybody up to? Well, first of all, Master Thorn, he's up here in Everton, needs to get a move on. And Lyssa, she's right down here in the southeast corner of the map, and she is going to start heading that away. So what's the first thing we've got to do? Well, we've got to move on to turn 18. So let's pop that down there. And the first thing we've got to do is we've got to flip all the gems over. So let's have a look round. There's 1, 2, 3 there. There's another one there. 4. We don't do the one Lyssa stood on, but there's one there that we can do. And I think one here. And that's it. So the only one we haven't turned over is the one that Lyssa is actually stood on. So that's that. So let's get straight into turn 18. And first up, we have Master Thorn. Well, he's going to move, but he doesn't need to use the dice because he's only going to go 1 square. He's going to bob back here, and he's going to flip it with his final 2 actions. So we get yet another quest. And we have Desperate Merchant quest. A merchant offers you goods to sell. He seems terrified, as if someone were after him. Still, money is money. Spend 1 action in a town. We're 1 away from Everton. So all we've got to do is make the delivery and we gain 3 gold. Then we roll a terrain die. If we roll a wild, we become delayed and we lose 1 gold as we are detained by the authorities. Discard this card. So all we have to do is avoid rolling a wild. This is an excellent quest. It'll get him some money, get him up to 5, and hopefully he can buy some sort of weapon. So we'll put that over there. As he's not taking it as a trophy, he cannot teleport, but that's okay. Right, so at last, a good encounter for Master Thorn. Right, let's move down to Lyssa and see what she's going to do in turn 18. And here's Lyssa. What's important about Lyssa? She's got 4 actions, that's what's important about Lyssa, so let's remind ourselves of that before we even kick off. So she's got 4 actions. First action is she's going to move. So let's roll 3 dice. And she gets a wild, and she gets 2 water and mountains. Which isn't too bad really, because what we're going to do is we're going to use the wild to get onto the road. And then we're going to use the other 2 to go Riverwatch and then onto the road again. And then she's going to move again because she's going to move over here towards this. So we're just going to roll just in case we get a water. Or a wild. Well, we've got both. So we're going to use this and the wild to go 1, 2, and then we're going to use the water to actually go onto here. So that's 2 actions, but she does have 4, so she still has 2 actions left to flip this quest gem, and that is what she's going to do. Let's have a look at the deck, and we get the Fey Sorceress, who's an enemy. Dun dun dun. But she's only got 4 health. So let's have a look. Mystic Humanoid. The hero cannot trigger surge abilities. Damn it. 1 surge is illusion. She can flip any token. 2 surges, she enthralls. Remove all of your foes' physical damage tokens. Yeah. So what's the reward? We can gain 2 gold or 1 bonus trophy. So we'd end up with 2 trophies. Woo! Right. Let's see if we can take her on. As mentioned in the last episode, I'll try and do the combat properly. And remember that any shields the Fey Sorceress gets are a reaction. So there we go, Face Sorceress. Let's get to it. So we have the 6 enemy runes and we have the 4 runes of Lyssa. But I think what we're going to do is we're not going to throw the hunting spear because she's only got 4 health as the Face Sorceress. So let's see if we can do her. Right. So she's got 2 damage there. She's got a flip. She's got a shield. She's got another damage. A dash. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Put that over there. And she's only got 1 surge, has the Face Sorceress. Is all that in? It is in. So, right, the hero cannot trigger a surge ability, which is unfortunate. But that is still an initiative. We've got 1 physical token and we have a shield. Right, so we're going to go first because we've both got 1 initiative. Right, so we can't trigger that surge. We cannot trigger that surge. But we could flip it. And, yeah. First of all, then, just trying to see. I mean, what they could do here, I'm just seeing what the enemy could do. And the Face Sorceress, if she used that flip, she used that agility to flip that 2 damage, she could have 2 surges, which would remove all of our damage tokens. But would she do that? I don't think she'd do that. I think she'd go for, you know, as much damage as possible. So otherwise that doesn't make much sense. So what we shall do, yeah, we'll use our agility token and we will flip that over, which flips it over to an agility. Right, now it's the Face Sorceress's go. And I pretty much think that if she is going to flip anything, she is going to flip she can flip any token, can't she, with that? Flip any token. In which case, she is going to flip that back. She's going to flip it back because a surge is useless to Lyssa. And it's now Lyssa's go. And because she can't flip anything, she's got to use that. Whoop. So she uses a hunting spear, but as a reaction, she uses a shield, so there's no damage. Then it's the Face Sorceress's go, it's still her go. And she is going to put 3 damage. Oh no, she is going to spend that token, the agility token, to flip that onto a double. The Lyssa is going to pass because there's nothing else she can do. This 2 token is going to go on that double. Oh dear me. And Lyssa's going to pass again. We may as well get rid of that because it's useless. And obviously we're going to get 5 damage off this. Then we're going to play... we're going to play 1 shield, which makes it 4 damage. And we're also going to play defensive stance. So once per combat round, you may exert to block 1 damage, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to use Sense of Direction, and we're going to block another damage, so we are only going to get 3 damage, but that's bad enough. Oh, this is a bit harder than I thought. Right, next up. So, got a magic damage. An agility, 2 physical damage, And where does that go? Yeah, that stays there. Another agility token. 2 damage. 3 damage. Blimey, it's getting a lot of damage. 2 dashes. And a surge, which is annoying. Right, but it's definitely going first anyway, because it's got 4 initiative against R2. Right, that surge, it can flip any token. And it's going to flip this token, so that is going to be 5 damage. Yeah, so there's 5 damage there. So that's what it's going to do. We are going to... Is there anything we want to flip? We can't use a surge, so it's no good flipping that token, but we can flip this one. So we're going to flip this one and use that up. So we've got 4 damage here. So yeah, I think this is the best it could do. So 5 damage is the best it can do. We are going to exert again, so it's only 4 damage as a reaction for defensive stance. So that puts us on 7. And we are going to get rid of stamina. That's what we're going to exert. And then it's our go, and we're going to put 2, 3, 4 damage. So our 4 damage goes on. That is enough to kill the Fey Sorceress. But I think the Fey Sorceress getting 7 damage on us, that's about the best she could do, I think. So we did win, but at a cost. So Fey Sorceress, this becomes a trophy. We are actually going to take a bonus trophy as well. I think we can pick any type. So we've now got 1 of each. 1 of each. Let's put these runes back. Won't be a second. And she is now at 8 damage. Oof. So she only had 1. She only had 1 left. So it's a good job we exerted a couple of times with defensive stance and managed to avoid death. Right, so that is the end of... Oh yeah, we've got to get the bonus. Let's see what she got left. She's got Revelation left, which is just 3. Which would give us 2 spirit. We're not too bothered about that, I don't think. So what we shall do... We shall take a combat trophy, I think. So, taking an additional combat trophy as per the card. So she now has 4 trophies, but I pretty much want to save them for her getting up to here, and she can use them to get lore tokens. So I think we can only get 3 lore tokens from there, but let's have a few trophies just in case we have to spend any. Right, that's it. She's on the Moonglow Marsh, ready for next turn, I think. And that is it for turn 18. So let's move the tracker. And here we are with Master Thorn. What Master Thorn's going to do is going to use his first action just to move back to Everton, because what he's trying to do is he's going to try and do Desperate Merchant. So we've got to spend 1 action in town, so that's what he's going to do with his second action, and he's going to make the delivery, and he's going to gain 3 gold. So there's 3 gold. Now what he's going to try and, which puts him up to 5. Now what he's going to try and do is he's got to roll a terrain die and hopefully not get a wild. I think that's right, I think. Just check. 1 terrain die, that's it. And he doesn't get a wild, so he gets to keep it. Okay, he must discard the card though, unfortunately. So he doesn't get it as a trophy, and that means he cannot teleport. but he's still got one action left. So let's see if he can get somewhere. So we'll put that back and let's roll 3 terrain dice. That's better. That's better than he has been rolling. So he's got 2 wilds, a plains and a hills. Let's see where they can take him. Pretty much anywhere really. You could go down here to the hedge. You go across here to that combat token, but no thanks. No thank you. So what he will do, I think, is he will go to the hedge. So there's one, and there's one. And he's at the hedge, and he's ready to turn that over the start of next turn, another quest token. Right, oh, so that is it for Master Thorn. So let's get down and see what Lyssa is going to do. And here's Lyssa at Moonglow Marsh. So we've got a nice red marker, so let's have a look at Moon's Light. Moon's Light quest. The torch bugs of Moonglow Marsh are said to cast a light that banishes illusions. Use one action to explore Moonglow Marsh. We shall. So let's roll a few terrain dice. Can we see that? I think we can. She's got 3 terrain dice. Right, so we've got a water and a wild, so that's like 2 successes. I think, yeah. So we've got 2 successes. Oh no, I'm talking. Yes, we have got 2 successes. Because we can have that as 2. We can have that as 2 waters. Right, hang on, I'm going to check the rules because sometimes you have to roll a wild. Won't be a second. Yeah, we're alright. Wild can only match wild, but it is still wild for other terrain types. So we have got 2 water successes, which is what we want because that's the best. Find a sunken barge. Gain gold equal to your body score. And her body score is, because she's got, what is it? Rich clothes. Her body score is 3. So she gets 3 gold. Woohoo! Fabulous. Right, and she gets this as a trophy. It doesn't say to discard the card. So she's now got 5 trophies. Woohoo! So we can get rid of that. Get rid of that. And get rid of those. And what's she going to do next? Well, she's got 2, hasn't she? She's got, that was just 1, I think. Was it? Oh no. Yes, 1 action. 1 action to explore the marsh. So she's got 3 actions left. So, let's move. So we'll try and move. So we've got a wild, a plains and a hills. Now she could get down here to this, but she could also use a plains to get there, any die to get there, and her wild to get there. So that's what she's going to do, and she is going to have 2 actions left to flip that. That's right, isn't it? 1 action to do the explore here and do the quest. 1 action to move. She's got 2 actions left and she's going to do a social encounter. The Recluse, an event. The Recluse lives near Echo Lake. They say he can speak to animals and tame even the fiercest beasts. Rumour. Keep this card. You may spend 1 action in Echo Lake to meet the Recluse and gain 1 law. Discard the card. Or spread word that the Recluse was killed by a dragon. You may spend 1 law to take this card as a trophy. If you do, Each other hero discards one law. If you do not discard this card, we're going to keep it as a rumour. So we'll keep this card, and we're going to try and spend, if we go to Echo Lake, we'll try and get the law. So we'll keep the card. So we've got an event card there. Well, not amazing, but okay. Right, so that's the end of her go, and that is also the end of turn 19. So we shall zoom out and have a quick recap of those 2 turns. And here we are back at Terranoth. Righty-ho. So how did we go on? Well, we did okay. Master Thorn, he's got himself 3 extra gold. So hopefully he can get across to Tamalir at some point and actually buy something. What's in Tamalir that may be worth getting? For 5 gold, not a great deal if I'm honest. He can't afford a claw hand, I don't think. So it's leather armour or a ring of strength. But he will get to pick another asset card when he gets there, so hopefully there will be something good. Looking around, there's not much that's any good anywhere else either, to be quite honest. Perhaps if he went to Dawnsmoor, he could pick up supplies for 0 and an ancient sword. But the ancient sword isn't much cop either, so we'll have to see how he goes on. But at least he's got some cash now, as well as some law tokens. Get himself a decent weapon. Hopefully he will be in with a better chance. Lyssa moved up through Riverwatch. She got to the Moonglow Marsh. She did the quest there. She did very well. And she has got an event now, which is the Recluse. In fact, we'll use one of her markers. So we know the Recluse, I think it's Echo Lake, is it? Just says it lives near Echo Lake. So, but I think you have to go to Echo Lake. So she has to get up there if she's got to meet him. She's still got the Legacy of King's Quest up at the Cursed Ruins. And she also took on a Fey Spirit, I think it was. Was it a Fey Spirit or was it a Fey Sorceress? It was... what was it? A Fey Sorceress. Yeah, I was looking at her combat trophies, but obviously it was a quest. So she managed to defeat the Fey Sorceress. She's got 5 trophies now. She's got 2 quest trophies, a social trophy and 2 combat trophies. So that's pretty cool. But she nearly, very nearly got defeated. She's got 8 damage and she's only got 9 health. So she is going to have to rest or something. Perhaps get to Market Town and fully heal up. She has got the extra action, which I managed to remember. So she can use that healing up, I think, on her way to the Hunter's Circle. Right, so I think that's pretty much it. Master Thorn, he still needs to get a few more trophies, I think, and perhaps head towards Tamalir, something like that, or perhaps down to Dawnsmoor. So we might send him down that way. He's got to buy something, so let's get him down that way. Lyssa, let's get her up to the Hunter Circle and she can get some of those lore tokens and she can perhaps tackle that combat adventure gem on the way. Right, so thank you for watching. That is the end of Runebound 3rd edition, The Ascendance of Margath, episode 9. I hope you join me for episode 10. Thanks very much for watching. Thanks very much for all your subscriptions, for all your views, for all your comments, for pointing out my mistakes, and for all the tips and everything, all the rules discussions and everything. Thank you very much. And thank you once again for all of you who voted up the channel at Board Game Links. Okay, so until next time in episode 10, this is me, Catweazle, signing off. Toodaloo.